Greetings and salutations, kamikaze sound waves, and today I want to do a video and just kind of talk about some channels that I enjoy watching, the reason why I like watching them, a brief description, and a reason that you should check them out. I'm going to go over some channels that I actually watch. I'm not going to go over every channel that I have. There are some channels that I don't watch big time, but I just want to talk about some channels that I actually enjoy, and I'd like to share those with you as well. So, and I want to go ahead and reference this list means absolutely nothing, okay? This list means absolutely nothing. It's just my subscription page that's pulled up, and it's literally the order that YouTube just presented it to me in this page. It has no rhyme or reason from best to worst, worst to best. There's no cognizant just reason of what is and what isn't. Literally, I'm just going to pull and talk about every page as it is. So one guy I like to watch, he is the ACGN, Angry Centaur Gaming. He used to be something else before this, but this guy cranks out reviews like crazy, and his reviews are really, really, really good. He's very funny. Like he talks really, really fast in his reviews, and he makes really good references to things. And like when he's explaining a situation in a game of, you know, like why this is this way or this is this way, or why, and at the end of the day, he really breaks down the game, like, you know, with sound, music, voice acting, gameplay, and I really enjoy his content. I don't watch all of his reviews. If it's a game that like I really am interested in, or a game that I've already played, I just want to see what his take is on it, I'll check it out. But I don't watch everything he does, but I do enjoy the videos that I do spend watching with him. So Angry Centaur Gaming, great channel. If you haven't already, check it out. Now, I am subscribed to Alpha Omega Sin. I have not watched any of his content in quite some time. I did enjoy watching some of his rant videos. I do like how he cusses a lot and the way he references stuff. I have watched any of his videos, and I'd say probably 6 to 8 months. But if I really see like a really interesting topic that he has, I think I'll take that back. Maybe I have watched a couple of his videos in the past couple of months, but very rarely like random ones that I've watched, and had to be like a really interesting topic, and I can't remember which one it was that I watched. But he's like kind of ranty. I don't know if I think he does a few Let's Plays in there, but I think majority of his content is literally just standing up and, you know, bitching about games or something that he doesn't like, or et cetera, things that he does like. But I do enjoy some of his content, or I used to enjoy more of it back then. But needless to say, I mean, it's all gaming related, and he does a lot of gaming news things. So another good channel, not something I watch on a regular, but something I do enjoy from time to time. But at the end of the day, I think it's also another great channel that you should check out. Another guy that I actually really, really, really liked his content in the beginning and for a long time, even when he was on That Guy with the Glasses. If you don't know what that is, that was when the Nostalgia Critic got a whole bunch of like really, really good critics together on his website, and they were part of this thing. I think that thing's kind of broken apart at this point. But the Angry Joe Show, I don't watch his content that much anymore. I really enjoyed his old reviews. I think, like, you know, it's really funny with the green screen and all the costumes that he dresses up with. And, you know, I think that his reviews are sometimes pretty solid to a degree. I did think, you know, there was a point in time where he just kind of fell out of making content. He started doing like basically Let's Plays, just reviews with the camera on. What he called quick fire reviews, where he wouldn't spend a lot of time like how he did before. And I understand, man, the guy, he wants to play games and et cetera, but a lot of people, I think, were getting really upset with his content. So he's kind of gone back to his review style of the whole production values and dressing up and et cetera. And once again, it's another guy that I like to watch. A long time ago, I watched a lot of his stuff, but now I don't watch it as much. I'll watch pretty much any review that he's doing on a game that I'm somewhat interested in, or a game that I've already played and I kind of want to see his take on it, for his funny moments, or et cetera, if you want to call them funny. I don't laugh for, you know, and sometimes he might get a giggle out of me. But, you know, other than that, I mean, he's still a solid channel. I mean, I really like the guy. But anyway, long story short, if you have not subscribed to Angry Joe, I would. I think he's a great channel. Not so much now, it's hit and miss, but when he does his big reviews and a game that you're interested in, he really does have some pretty good viewpoints on things. So, all right, I'm also subscribed to this guy named Barnacle's Nerdgasm. I actually really like this guy's channel. I stumbled upon it a couple years ago on another channel that I don't watch regularly. I don't watch all the time. I do like to watch. He just has really weird random content sometimes about like him doing his garage, 3D printing, a lot of tech stuff, unboxings, computer stuff. Apparently he used to work at like Microsoft, so he's really like, you know, computer smart and stuff like that. I mean, he's got some pretty good, interesting content in there. A couple of them, like where he was messing with some scammers who were trying to scam him, and he pretty much got them back, and that was a really good video. He's got some good videos in there, here and there. He doesn't really do like a lot of gaming reviews and stuff like that, but it's more tech and tech talk, stuff like that. And for the most part, I mean, it's a pretty decent channel. Everything's not a hit, but the ones that are, you know, they're worth a watch or two. I would definitely check it out, and if you have some time, it's a decent channel. It's pretty good. Now, here's my buddy Biophoenix. Now, I have talked to Biophoenix a couple times on chats and stuff like that when some of our people that we know were streaming. I checked out Biophoenix's channel when I first kind of got into YouTube, where I met a few guys who were doing YouTube, and he's got a great channel, man. He does a lot of like some pickup videos. He does some streaming. He does like a lot of, he just did like a whole month of anime reviews, and I didn't get to catch all of them, but the ones that I watched were really good. His explanations of reviewing things, I really enjoy, like how he just breaks down like some of the animes that he reviewed that like I've actually seen are the ones that I watch, and the way that he broke it down, it was really good. He's really creative with the way that he describes everything to you. And I haven't really caught too many of his live streams, but the ones that I have caught, great. I mean, he's really good about keeping contact with everybody who's in the chat, etc. And all around, I mean, it's a really good channel. Everything so far that I've watched from Biophoenix, I've really enjoyed. So it's another good channel that you should definitely check out if you haven't already. Now, I'm also subscribed to this guy. His name is the Black Metal Gamer. Another channel that he's got some interesting content in there, and I don't know if it's for everybody, but the ones that I've seen that I've actually enjoyed, there's some really funny shit in there. He does a lot of streams. He does, I think he's done a couple Let's Plays that I've seen. He does like a lot of reviews, and his review style is like he's just playing the game and review it as he's going, which I think is pretty cool. For me, that's kind of hard for me to do in my thing. I like to like play the whole game and review it, but I also appreciate that style as well. But he's got some really dope stuff in there. His rap stuff is just fucking hilarious. He did a fucking he just did a recently like a GameStop hustling song. That was fucking hilarious. He did one Let's Play one time of like a surgeon simulator, and I swear to you, like no bullshit, I was crying. I was laughing so fucking hard. He's a funny guy, cool guy. Also another great channel you should definitely check out if you haven't already. Alright, so I've made this pretty clear, I think, to a few people who know me, but I fucking love the Nostalgia Critic. I am definitely subscribed to Channel Awesome. I don't watch everything on their channel, like the Tamara things. I don't really like her part of the channel. It is kind of cool to see his behind the scenes and the awesome builds that he has on his reviews, but I've made it pretty clear. I think the Nostalgia Critic is fucking hilarious. Everything he's done, like his reviews, there's a couple missed ones in there, but I will say for the most part, for most of the reviews that he's done, I think that they're fucking hilarious. I mean, very funny shit. I just like his personality, the way he interprets shit. Actually, at the end of the day, I think he's a really smart motherfucker too. I've seen some of his editorials and how he talks about holidays. I mean, all around, I mean, I like the guy. I think he's fucking smart. I like his content. I think he's funny, and he's very well deserving of my subscription and anybody else that he gets subscribed to him. So if you've never checked out Nostalgia Critic, I'm pretty sure you have at this point, but if you haven't, definitely check him out. Watch some of his older reviews and then build up to his new ones. I will say that I do think his older reviews were like really good, and his new ones are also really good, but they're just two different types of things. Wherever you really want to start with, to be honest with you, but I would start at some point. Check this guy out. Great channel. So I don't think this guy really needs any introduction either. This is the AVGN, the Angry Video Game Nerd. But great channel, man. I don't watch it as much as I used to. If he puts up the Angry Nerd videos like he, used to, like that was most majority of his content, I'm definitely going to watch those. They're good for one playthrough, at least to check it out. He was doing a thing on every Monday was Mike and James Play. And I've actually started to actually really like Mike Mattel, the guy, I guess, who was kind of behind the scenes of the Angry Video Game Nerd. He's a pretty interesting guy. I like to see some of his content when he puts it up on the channel as well. But overall, it's still AVGN. It's not the same channel that it was years ago. But once again, whenever the nerd puts out a new video of the actual nerd series, I'll definitely check it out. A lot of cursing, weird stuff, and weird special effects, and etc. But always a fun time when the nerd videos come out. If you've never checked this out, which I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, definitely get around to checking this one out. Classic Gaming Quarterly. This was another channel that I kind of stumbled upon. I really like this guy's content. He kind of reminds me of like Classic Game Room, kind of, but like more of a serious tone. He does like you know, kind of a, I guess, retrospect of like when like the whole game system came out, like what year it came out, the history behind it, and I really appreciate videos like that. You can tell he puts a lot of time and effort into his videos, and you know, they're really good, solid videos about history, about video games. Something about like learning about history games and videos, like even though we all know it for some reason, just like always fun to rewatch stuff like that. And I think he does a pretty good spin on it, and his commentary is good. It's solid. Another really great channel to learn about gaming history and just games all around from, you know, the past. Another channel you should definitely check out if you haven't already. Another guy that I actually met on YouTube, his name is, and if I get this wrong, I apologize, but it's Crux Raju. We've been kind of go back and forth on some comments on YouTube, but he has another great channel. I think he's kind of moved some of his stuff to VidMe. You could probably check him out over there as well. But he's got a really great like commentary, like when he is talking about things. Really interesting. I really like his take on things. He has a really interesting way of like describing things that like maybe I didn't see the other side of it. But another really good channel that he does like a lot of. He's done a few Let's Plays that I've seen. His commentary videos where he's talking about random topics are really good. But once again, another good channel that I would definitely check out if you got some time. All right, so I am a hip-hop head. I listen to nothing but pretty much rap music, hip-hop music. It's my thing. So I'm definitely described to DJ Academics. He pretty much does like all the news posting about what's going on with rappers, R&B singers, who's in jail, who's getting out of jail, what's going on with this guy, who's beefing with who, and he really does a great way like of just reporting it. He has a really funny sense of humor. He has his own take on things, and if you like, you know, are into like, and he even does like, you know, like the whole thing that's going on with Black China and Rob, like he talks about everything like just kind of like in the urban culture, you know what I mean? And really, I love his commentary. I love the jokes that he makes. I love how he like is, you know, and he has his honest opinions and he doesn't care. I mean, he gets flack from some people who are like, hey man, you're talking shit about me, but like, I mean, he keeps it real, and I really appreciate that from him. And I love his channel every time. And I mean, he posts a lot too. I mean, he probably usually posts like 3-4 videos a day, and they're all good. And I mean, I love to be keeping updated about what's going on. But no, seriously, another great channel, especially if you're into the hip hop scene. Definitely check this channel out if you haven't already. All right, another channel that I am subscribed to is Biophoenix. Now, I have chatted with Biophoenix on a couple occasions. Really cool guy, really great channel. He does a lot of like Let's Plays. I think he did those more back in the day, but he does a lot of streaming, and his streams are always like the hangout spot for everybody. He does great streams. He does some couple like how-to videos, but another great channel that I've come across in the last year that I really enjoy watching, and I love to see when his content comes out. He's really cool with like the whole community that like I've kind of gotten into with really cool guys. Really cool guy, really helped like promote some of my videos at some point, but really dope channel. Definitely check it out whenever you get some time if you haven't already. Another channel that I've come across in the last year or two is Exceeding Shadow. This guy is actually, I hit him up on one of his videos, told he did a good job, and I wanted him to check out mine because he kind of had the same kind of viewpoints. Looks like he's a huge Sonic fan like I am too, and I think that's kind of how we interacted once or twice. But I've checked out this guy's channel. He does like a lot of Let's Plays and stuff like that, but another really good channel for like Let's Plays. I think he has a couple of like commentary things as well, some thoughts on video games, etc. But another channel that I don't watch all the time, but I do try to check out his Let's Plays whenever I do have time, and they're pretty solid. So another channel that's really good that you should check out as well when you get some free time if you haven't already. Oh, Game Ranks. This is a really good channel. Another channel that's a bigger channel that I do watch whenever I have time. I don't necessarily watch everything that they put out either. They do a really great series called Before You Buy, where they don't necessarily review the entire game. They give you their first impressions, first get-go of the game, what they think of it initially, kind of give you some comparison to some other games, kind of what you're getting yourself into before you go and spend that full $60. I think that's a great series they do. They do another of like a lot of news updates, and they usually post a video every day, all gaming related. Some of them I think are just topics because they need to get that video out for the day, so not everything is super exciting. But the channels that are the videos that they do rather are actually really good, really solid. Another channel, if you have not checked out Game Ranks by now, I would definitely check them out. Really good for getting you updated on a new game that just came out and some gaming news. Like I said, not something you probably watch every day, but every once in a while, it's a great channel for that. Another great channel you should check out as well. Oh man, this guy, GradeAUnderA. Oh man, GradeAUnderA. This guy was blowing up when he first came out, man. He was really big around the whole like YouTube drama thing that was going on, and he's a funny guy. I really like the way he would put things in perspective and how he talks about shit and et cetera, et cetera. He's kind of got on a hiatus. Apparently he has some problems with himself and some health issues. Don't know the guy or anything like that, but I like his content, so if that is the case, Godspeed. I hope the guy gets better, whatever's going on with him. But once again, if you've never checked out GradeAUnderA, and he doesn't have any new stuff out for quite some time, but his old stuff, man, I definitely check it out. I mean, he's a really funny guy, funny fucking videos, great commentary. Another great channel that's really good for comedy and satire. If you've never watched any of his stuff, I'd definitely check it out. Oh man, fucking H3, man. If you've never watched H3, man, this shit is something else, man. Ethan and Hila, great fucking channel. Really funny fucking shit. I think most of their stuff used to be like where they'd go on YouTube, find random videos and like make fun of them. That's some of their older stuff. Now they do like a lot of podcasts with like, big YouTubers or famous people. They still do the videos of YouTube, and they make funny topics. And, anyway, long story short, this channel is fucking hilarious. Don't get me wrong, it is kind of weird, but it's, at the end of the day, it's a really fucking funny channel. Not everything is a hit. I'd say about 96, maybe 95% of their videos are hits. There are some kind of weird ones in there, but once you siphon through all the weird ones and you find the good ones, it's definitely worth checking out. There are some really good laughs in this one. Alright, so the Happy Console Gamer. I don't watch all of this guy's stuff. I watch some of his stuff. He doesn't really do like too many like straightforward reviews. I think what he does is he does like a lot of like, his thoughts on what's coming out on gaming, like his retrospect on a gaming series. And he has a couple of people on every once in a while. But what I really like about his channel is just his enthusiasm for games. Like the way he gets so nostalgic and talks like his stories about et cetera, about growing up and, going to a friend's house and playing this game. For some reason, I can relate to that. When I was growing up and, I didn't have a Super Nintendo and my friends down the street had one, and I'd go over there and they had like this new game and like playing it with them, and knowing I had to go home and I couldn't play it anymore. Like he has stories like that, and for some reason I can just relate to that type of stuff. Now another channel that I don't watch all the time, I'll watch like if he has something that like I'm super interested in, like he's reviewing like an old series that I was really into, or something that I was interested in that I've never heard, or I've heard of it but I want to know more about it. Another thing like where he's really into like the old school gaming stuff, where he has a lot more things about it to know about it than I do, and I get to like learn a thing or two about video games. And like I love video games, but I don't know everything, so I sometimes like to learn things about older video games. I find that very interesting and intriguing. But nonetheless, man, it's another good channel. If you have never checked out the Happy Console Gamer, I do think that it's a pretty solid channel sometimes. Just like I said, it's his enthusiasm for video games that really makes me enjoy his channel. But another solid channel, man. Another very solid channel. Another channel that I've come across is Honest Biggums. Another really good channel. He does his reviews are like, he puts a lot of effort into his reviews, and I can respect that. I don't always agree with all of his opinions, but I do think that I at least I appreciate him, like, what he does. He does some streaming here and there. I believe he does quite a few Let's Plays, but overall, man, it's a pretty decent channel for gaming. If you'd like to watch Let's Plays, reviews, and have streaming, all that wrapped into one with a pretty cool guy, I'd definitely check him out, man. I really enjoy his content thus far. Like I said, I don't watch everything he does, but if I see him like doing a review of a game, or his thoughts or playing a game, like he was playing Overwatch one time, I definitely had to join in and throw my 2 cents into it, because I love me some Overwatch. But nonetheless, man, definitely check out his channel if you haven't already. It's pretty solid, and I think you'd enjoy it. Alright, so this is King of the Dot, okay? Like I've already stated, I'm a huge hip-hop head. This is all about battle rap, okay? They get 2 guys on a stage. Sometimes it's so random. and they rap battle. Like that's my thing, and I love it. I absolutely love that shit, man. This is where nowadays you find the most creative fucking people in that type of genre of like, you know, ragging on someone, dissing on someone, and how creative they can do it, how many bars, how many fucking, you know, shit they can put into like fucking demolishing another person just to retaunt that shit and fucking throw it right back. Oh my god, I love it. Now there's a lot of rap battle leagues, but to me, King of the Dot is one of the best ones, because you have ones that are like straight street, like, you know, guns, got a bazooka and blah 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 blah. Now this one right here, you get all kinds of walks of life. You get like very nerdy people, you get people who are very, very funny, you get those same street dudes, and you get all that combined mixed on one stage. It's fucking fun times, man. Really fun times. If you like rap at all, if you like hip hop at all, if you like rap battles at all, and you've never checked out the King of the Dot, go on here, find you a couple of matches and watch them. You'd be surprised at how interesting and how good these fucking battles are, man. I cannot sit here and stress to you how great this channel is. Some of the matches I don't watch because I know a lot of the battlers, and sometimes I don't really care for all of the battlers, but the ones that I do like to watch, I mean, I tell you, it's always, most of the time, a great time and a great battle. Definitely check this one out. All right, I'm also subscribed to Lazy Game Reviews. I haven't watched any of his stuff lately, but he is another great, like, he does a lot of like old computer DOS stuff. Like apparently just like, he like goes to Goodwill sometimes and just finds like the most random old PC stuff, reviews it, talks about it, even know how weird it is, etc., etc. He does some unboxings, and a lot of times he gets stuff sent in the mail to him from his subscribers or viewers or fans, etc., etc., and they want him to talk about it, and he does. And he gets the most abstract, weird things, like things you would never even think that were in this world, made for computers back like in the 90s and in early 80s and etc., etc. Another great channel. Can't recommend it enough. There is some he does some pretty solid reviews in there too. Like I think one of the more memorable reviews that I said he did was like of No Man's Sky. Like I remember when he was done with the review, I was like, man, that was a good fucking review, man. And I never even played it, but like everything he said, I could just completely envision it. You know what I mean? So another really great channel for gaming, computers, etc., etc. Lazy Game Reviews. If you've never checked out this channel, I definitely would. It's a good time. Definitely a good time. Okay, yeah, so I am also subscribed to Leafyshere. I don't watch all of his videos because he gets really repetitive sometimes, but I actually really do enjoy his content sometimes. He is pretty funny when he gets on these like rants and talks about shit, you know, like a little bit like H3 to a degree, but like that's like straight what he does, is just like talk about shit on the you know, the content of YouTube. But other than that, man, if you've never checked out Leafyshere, I would watch a couple of his videos to see if you like his content or not, because I do think he is kind of funny at sometimes. Like I said, another channel that I don't watch like excessively, but I do watch it, you know, every once in a while if I'm perusing through and I see he put up a video about, you know, somebody I know he's made fun of before or somebody I know of on YouTube. I'll check it out. And but anyway, check out Leafyshere if you haven't before, man. It is a pretty funny channel. Another channel that I've got into watching back in the day, don't watch it too much anymore, but Classic Game Room, man. Classic Game Room was, still is, man. It's a pretty good, you know, fun time. I really enjoy, you know, back in the day he would do these reviews and stuff like that. I don't watch too much of his stuff nowadays. I am still subscribed to him because, you know, I'll check out like one of his like really random videos sometimes if it's like something that I've seen. I'm like, hey, you know, I'd like to see Mark talk about that. But Classic Game Room, man, it's a solid fun time, especially if you want to go back and like watch some of his older videos. Some of his older videos are fantastic. But no, another really good channel. If you've never checked out Classic Game Room, I definitely would, man. I think, you know, there's some fun to be had in here. All right, I am also subscribed to Metal Jesus Rocks. Now, this is another channel where I don't watch everything he puts out. I do sometimes like to watch his pickup videos that he does with like Reggie, and you know, the people that he has on his show. I sometimes enjoy, I think, his guests more on his show than I do him. But nonetheless, I mean, it's a really solid channel. I like his, you know, when he talks about like 10 best games for this system, how to collect for these things, even though I don't do it. Another thing is like I like to just learn about video games because I like video games so much. I don't necessarily watch it because I'm trying to collect all these games or etc., or I care about what he has. I just like to, you know, sometimes it's kind of cool to see people get a good deal, or they can talk about, you know, how much they pay for something and how much it's worth. Like, you know, there's a lot of pawn shop stores and, you know, what's that thing, Storage Wars, things like that. I think that, you know, that's kind of in the realm of that. But also he does some really good, like I said, like pickup videos and talks about systems. And like I said, I kind of think sometimes I like his guests on his show more than actually him. But nonetheless, man, it's a really great channel. For the most part, I really like to watch it. Like I said, not something I watch all the time, but when I do watch it, I usually find myself enjoying the video very much. I actually found this channel on VidMe, and I came over to start watching it on YouTube. Very interesting lady. Her name is Nisha JD. That's the name of her channel. She really doesn't really have like solid like things that she's talking about. She just like usually gets on camera, has some kind of topic, but like rambles all the way around it. She's kind of funny and quirky, whatever. Definitely check this channel out if you're looking for something like different and interesting. She has like no structure to her videos whatsoever, but I think that's the beauty part about it. I just think that it's just random, and I think like her randomness like makes her kind of funny. But another channel that it's a smaller channel, but I would definitely have people check this out. Check it out if you haven't already. Give it a whirl, man. You might be surprised at how some of these videos and how good they are. Now, this channel needs obviously no introduction, but Philip DeFranco, man, I actually really like this channel. I watch pretty much Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all of his Monday through Thursday shows. I really enjoy his content. I pretty much watch it almost every day. I don't really watch his Friday show because pretty much he's usually just recapping what he's talked about Monday through Thursday. So I usually skip the Friday show. I know he does like a lot of other like vlogs and stuff in there. Don't really watch those. I really just care for his Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday shows where he really just talks about news, random news, things that he's into, gaming, some gaming news, random videos that he's seen online that you should check out. Just really all around, I think that his Monday through Thursday shows is something that everyone should watch Monday through Thursday. You know, if you're not a fan, if you watched him before, I am, and if you've never checked out Philip DeFranco, I definitely would. Man, this guy's channel is, like I said, his Monday through Thursday show or something I catch almost every day if I can. Power Metal Gamer. I met this guy one night. It was me and a couple of other YouTubers, and they did like kind of a Skype call, and this guy was on there, and this is the first time I met this guy, and really cool guy, man, funny as hell, and he does like some Let's Plays in there. I think he does some game reviews in there. I've checked out like where he's just talking about, you know, like a movie. I think he does movie reviews in there as well. He does some streaming, I believe, as well. And I tell you like this, man, I really like his channel. Everything that I've watched thus far, I really like his content. He's really, really funny. Really solid opinions about things. Definitely another great channel that you should check out if you haven't already. Now, this channel I have watched for quite some time, and I still watch, but it's Some Call Me Johnny. He does a lot of reviews, and I really like his reviews. He's very detailed. He tries to be funny sometimes in there, but, you know, doesn't really work. Sorry. But no, his reviews are very solid. They're very long, and that's not a bad thing because they're very detailed, and I find myself enthralled every time he does a review. And I think his review style is so great because he does a straightforward like series, and like I can really appreciate that. Like he'll do like if he's like his Zelda month or Zelda whatever he's doing, like he reviews all the Zelda games, he reviews all the Sonic games in this, like, you know, Sega Genesis area, and it's great. Like I love when he does like that because it's like I can watch video after video after video the same topic and know like where the series is going. He gives you some history behind it, his history behind it, history behind the game, his experiences with it, etc. He does do some streaming over on Twitch. I've never really caught any of his live streams, but I'm sure they're probably really good. But nonetheless, man, if you've never watched Some Call Me Johnny, I would definitely check out some of his reviews. Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff in there. Another really good gaming channel that you should check out is called Stop Skeletons from Fighting. I don't remember how I ran into this one. I believe it was like a review like for a PS1 game, like a scary game on Halloween or something like that. But really great channel, man. I really enjoy this guy's reviews. They're really in-depth, a lot like Some Call Me Johnny. He kind of like sits on the couch, drinks a glass of wine, plays a game, you know, has like, you know, some cuts from the game to him, kind of gives like his take on it. There's some little history about the game, stuff like that, how it was received from fans. Really enjoy this guy's reviews. He does a couple like Let's Plays as well too. I don't really watch a lot of those. He has some also like, you know, is this game good? Is this game bad? But overall, man, I really enjoy this guy's reviews. Another really good solid gaming channel. If you've never checked out Stop Skeletons from Fighting, I definitely would do that. The bro, man, the retro bro. Yeah, this dude is cool as hell, man. I met this guy maybe about a year ago, and I really enjoy this guy's content. I really enjoyed just talking to him as a person. Really down to earth, really cool fucking guy, man. Lately, a lot of his channel has been like vlog type styles, just talking about video games, like topics, etc., etc. But he does a lot of live streams, and his live streams are like really fantastic. It's like the hangout spot, man. Everybody loves to go hang out at the Retro Bros channel, and I would do that as well. He has really great streams, really good commentary as he's talking about it, and he's really honest with you, man. If he doesn't like the game, he doesn't like it. You know, he doesn't really give you a popular opinion because, you know, it's a popular opinion. He'll be honest with you, even if the game is really well received. If he doesn't like it, he's not going to BS you, man. He'll give it to you straight how it is. But really cool fucking dude, man. Really great channel. Can't suggest it enough. If you've never checked out the Retro Bro, man, definitely do that. By the way, the guy, he also, you know, can hook you up with some emulation type stuff. If you're interested, you can hit him up for that. But otherwise, but seriously, man, check out the Retro Bro, man. Dope channel, cool guy. Go for it. All right, this guy, Tommy Sotomayor. All right, this guy is fucking hilarious, man. A lot of racial stuff in there. I don't really subscribe to all that shit, but he puts things in a perspective where I kind of agree with him sometimes. For the most part, I kind of agree with most of the stuff he says. And he's really funny the way he puts fucking shit into perspective. And he has some really ingenious things on his channel as well. I really think he's a really smart, educated dude. Very, very fucking funny. I really like, you know, the way he puts things into context. But anyway, man, it's a really good channel for, like, you know, he basically just talks about news topics, things that are going on, you know, like random stories, and, like, you know, he goes on stuff like that, like people who are putting really unnecessary things on the internet, etc., man. But another really good channel. I'd check out a few of his videos to see if the content's for you, because it's not necessarily PG. But anyway, man, check him out, man, if you're looking for some really cool, like, news stories where he kind of just has some really good comedy things behind it. Anyway, man, really, really solid channel. Check it out if you've never checked it out before. Oh, man, this channel I stumbled upon like maybe a couple months ago. Twitch Bags. Comical Justice. Now, he puts a lot of like police videos. Like, they're not his, he's not a police officer, but he edits the video so good, like, you know, the old school cop show, you know, those, you know, bad boys, and he puts like those, and he like puts them together where they're in the same context of like cops dealing with drunk people, cops going to Vegas, undercover stings, man, just great stuff, comedic stuff, man. He has some in there like where the cops mess up, but mostly it's just about dumbass criminals who do dumbass shit. And I tell you, man, when you start watching these videos, you can't stop, man. There is ridiculous how many crazy people there are in this world. And police officers, the shit they gotta deal with, it's really great videos, man. But anyway, if you have some time, man, check out this channel. Fucking fun time, man. The videos you'll watch, I tell you, man, you'd be surprised at how you can't stop watching these videos. Check this one out for sure. All right, this is another guy that I have actually met. His name is Tyler Stephenson. Really great channel, man. He does a lot of pickup videos. He does like every time he does his starting videos, he like is on this, like, I guess, weight loss mission, and he kind of starts off like, you know, where he's at with that, how he's, you know, he's done what he's done to lose weight, etc., etc. I think it's a great way to keep, you know, your audience involved, because every time he puts out a video, I'm interested to see, like, you know, where he stands at, you know, has been told his recommendations for etc., for getting better. And I salute that, man. That's great. And he does a lot of pickup videos, but like his game collection reviews. Really solid, man. You know, he'll throw out the game, tell you, like, you know, his history with it, and a little brief description of it, and etc. But really another good solid gaming channel. Definitely check it out if you haven't before. He does also like some movie reviews, I believe. He's like a really huge James Bond fan. I think he told me that's his favorite movie series of all time. And Jaws. He likes like the old, I guess, 80s movies and 90s movies, etc. But anyway, another solid channel, man. Check this guy out. He's got some really good content in there. Now, I haven't watched this channel in quite some time, and that's Variant Comics. The guy, I forgot what his name is. He's the host of the show, and basically he just gives you really like brief histories about comic books, comic book heroes, you know, like eras of comic books. Like, I guess, like if there was a, you know, X-Men, like Apocalypse, like that whole time frame, he breaks all that down. Really good channel if you like really like comic books like I do. I'm not really huge into comic books like I used to be, But no, it's another great channel if you want to like learn the history of a character, learn the history of a comic book series. He's got a lot of stuff in there. He even breaks down like a lot of the new comic book movies that come out. And since he's such a huge comic book like head and he knows all that stuff, man, he can really put a good perspective of like what he really took good from the comic and what left bad at, you know, the comic, etc., etc. But anyway, man, if you really like comics, superheroes, learning about shit like that, man, definitely check this channel out, man. You can learn some really cool stuff about old school comic books that you never checked out, or learn a thing or two about some comic book heroes that you never heard of before either. Really, really cool channel. I believe this is the last one that I have, and this is Xander Scullion. I believe I'm saying that name right. But this guy, I probably subscribed to like maybe a month or 2 months ago. Another great gaming channel. He does like some games you should check out thing that he does. I believe he does it like maybe once every couple of weeks. But basically, it's a video about games that you should watch, games that you should play, games that you should check out. I think it's a great series, and he always tries to implement like another YouTuber to do like a 1 minute crunch where they could put their like own like, you know, this is the game I think you should check out, which I think is really great. That kind of brings the community together. He has some other videos like where he talks about you know, games and game series, etc., etc. I believe he has a podcast. I've never gotten to check out his podcast yet. Like I said, I'm pretty newly subscribed to him. But anyway, another great gaming channel. It looks like he just did like a new video like on the Castlevania review of this new series that just came out. So I guess he's got a lot of stuff like that in there as well. But another great channel from so far. Everything that I've watched from it, I've really enjoyed watching. So if you've never checked out this guy, definitely do so. So I went through my whole list and realized that I missed a few people because they weren't on my subscription list, so there's no camera for these, that's why. But anyway, this is Cybernetic Slayer, man. This guy is the homie. Really cool dude. Chatted up with him a few times in some chats and some streams, on my stream, on his stream. But him, dude, he's a super cool dude. Really funny. Really enjoyed a lot of his content. He has a lot of Let's Plays of Tekken. He does play a few other games, but he does a lot of streaming. He does a lot of posting of Let's Plays. I think he did like one of the Simpsons and the Warriors. Does a lot of Let's Play of Tekken, but his commentary is super funny, man. Really cool guy. After getting to know him after a while, man, he's just fucking hilarious. Super cool guy. But anyway, Cybernetic Slayer, man, if you've never checked out his channel, I would highly suggest it. Really cool, good stuff here, man. Good stuff. And last but not least is JRPG Gaming. This guy is really cool. I've met him a couple of times in chats. He usually comes to my streams. Really full of a lot of information as far as gaming. Always has some really cool things to bring up and, you know, different viewpoints on things. But anyway, check out his channel, man. He's got a few videos in there, not very many, but he's also starting to do some streaming, so hopefully he'll get some more into that because streams that I've checked out so far are really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is just a video of people that I'm subscribed to, things that I like to watch. Hopefully you find something in here that you didn't know about. You know, some of these channels that I ran into like a couple months ago, a year ago, just stumbled upon them, man. And you know, there's, you know, sometimes when you search at YouTube, you can find a channel out there that you never knew was there. So I just shine some light on some of the channels that, you know, if you've never seen it, something that you should check out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later.